Hello, my dearest general mathematics students. Let us now discuss finding interest rate and time in compound interest. Okay, finding interest rate and time in compound interest. So the learning outcome for this lesson is at the end of the lesson, the learner is able to solve problems involving rate of interest and time in compound interest. So the lesson outline, interest and time in compound interest, equivalent interest rate. Finding the number of periods n for compound interest. So using the formula for maturity value f, present value p, and interest rate j. So we have f is equal to 1 plus j to the power of n. And then we have logarithm of f is equal to log of 1 plus j to the power of n is equal to n log of 1 plus j. So from this one, so we can say log f is the same as logarithm f is equal to logarithm of 1 plus j exponent n. So using the logarithmic knowledge we have this can be expressed as n logarithm of 1 plus j, where n is equal to logarithm of f all over n log of 1 plus j. Or pwede po nato na nga niya forma para ma-shortcut ra nato ang formula ha. Ani ha. Okay. So ano yung formula sa n para mas madali nato ang solusyon. So we have n equals logarithm of f over p, quantity over logarithm of 1 plus r over n. Okay, so ano ang formula ha? Okay. Karon aron dili na nangangailangan og solve. Okay, so how long will it take 3,000 pesos to accumulate 3,500 pesos in a bank savings account at 0.25% compounded monthly? So from here, our P is 3,000, our F is 3,500, and then ang atong I to the power of 12, our interest is 0.25, or pwede na nato himong R ha sa atong formula. Then this is equivalent to moving this point 2 places to the left, so we have 0.0025. And then M is 12 because it is compounded monthly, and then the J is ang kanang J actually mauna si R over M ha sa atong formula. So R, which is 0.0025 over 12 nga M. Okay? So ug atong gamitan to get the number of to n. So using katong ahong gitudlo ninyo nga formula nga masasyon nga n is equal to logarithm of f over p all over logarithm of quantity 1 plus r over m. So, this will be equal to logarithm of pila man ang katong f, 3,500 over 3,000. Then, over logarithm of 1 plus your rate of 0.0025 over 12. Okay, this would be equal to log of ilang ng 3,500 divided by 3,000. It's logarithm of 1.1667 over 1 plus 0.0025 over, gagamitin mo sa over is pwede divide. 1 plus 0.0025 divided by 12. Answer is 1 logarithm of 1.00021. So 0.0025 divided by 12 is equal to then plus 1 plus tulo ka 0. Okay, so divide the 2. So log of 1.1667 divided by logarithm of 1.00021. So the answer is 734. Okay, equals, ang n mo is equal to 734.26. Okay? So, na yun ana na kaya itong mag-round off. But, kung atong idiretso, gikan dere, na dili na ito tagsaon nga na silbi, diretso ka logarithm, open parenthesis, 3,500 over divided by 3,000. Divide ka sa logarithm, open parenthesis, of 1 plus 0.0025 divided by 12. So, ang answer is 740. Ha? So, mas maadyo kung i-shortcut. Pili na naman ito ang yan eh. Enjoy na i-kuan. Diretso na ka. So, ang answer is n equals 740.00. So, matong 740. So, after sa 740, ang imong 740 ka months mananaw kaya imong n kay supposedly compounded monthly man. So, para ma-express ano mo in years, you are going to divide 740 divided by 12. So, 740 divided by 12, ang imong answer is 61.67 years. Okay? So, again, kung imo itong bungto on pag-solve ang numerator or denominator, it will be makakuha ang different answers. So, mga nabili na naman ang round off. Okay, so let's go to number 2. We have how long will it take 1,000 pesos to earn 300 pesos if the interest is 12% compounded semi-annually. So, if ang imong 1,000 mo earn of 300, so your interest there is 300. That's why your S is 1,300 and your P is 1,000. Then, ang imong I or ang imong rate is 0.12 kay 12%. If convert to decimal, So we have 0.12. Okay, then since it is semi-annually, your M there is 2. So 12 divided by 2, so that is why we can now have 0.06. Okay, so from there, napod, ato na pong gamitan o formula na katong N is equal to log of F over P over log of 1 plus R over M. So this will be equal to log of 1,300 over 1,000. All over log of 1 plus 0.12 divided by 2. So this will be equal to log of 1.3, no, 1.3 over log of 1 plus kani 0.06, so 1.06 is equal to log 1.3 divided by log 1.06. So the answer is 4.503. So 4.503 ang imong N. N dahil na N. So since your N is 4.503, it means na ma-round off na nanimo to 5 ka 6 month period. So that's why your N is 5. So since we are going to find the time, so we need to divide N by 2. So 5 divided by 2, that's why we have 2.5 years. So it will take 2.5 years for 1,000 to earn 300 pesos. Okay, so let's proceed now to finding the interest rate J per conversion period. So using the formula of maturity value F, present value P, and interest rate J. So F is equal to quantity 1 plus J to the power of N. So then the input of F is equal to 1 plus J, and thus J is equal to the input of F minus 1. So from here, diba kay gikan dere ang exponent ni siya kay n man, so we need to extract the input of both sides para kung mangita taong J, makuha na to ang exponent. So that's why we get the nth-root. So mahimo na ning nth-root of F is equal to 1 plus J. So to find J, we need to transpose 1 to the left side. So that's why we have J is equal to the input of F minus 1. So using J, we have I to the power of N, the power of M over M. Then I exponent M is equal to MJ. So we have there example number 3, Aqua, nominal rate compounded semi-annually by 10,000 pesos, accumulate to 15,000 pesos in 10 years. So we have the F is equal to 15,000 pesos, and the P is 10,000 pesos, then T or time is 10 years, M there is semi-annually, so that's why we have 2, and N is M times P, that is why we have 2 times 10, that would be equal to 20. So using the formula, we have we replace the P and F. Ang F mo ay 15,000, then ang P is 10,000 plus 1 plus J exponent 20. So we can now have divide both sides by 10, so that's why we have 15,000 over 10,000. That would be equal to 1.5, and the right side is 1 plus J exponent 20. So in order to get the 20, so atong i-extract ang 20th root of both sides, or parihara nag-raise to the 1 over 20 power. So that's why we have pointer 20, then shift of 1.5 is equal to 1.0248. So manang 1 point kani alone is 1.02048. Ma-round off na to 1.02405 na ni. So muna i-subtract ni ani with number 1, that's why mo na naman ni answer. So your J is 0.0205. So the interest rate per conversion period is 2.05. By moving the point to place it to the right, so we have 2.05%. So the nominal rate or the annual rate of interest can be computed by imong J is equal to I to the M over M na no. So replace the J with the value here, then multiply it by 2 by cross multiplication so that we can get the I. That is why we have the nominal rate is 0.0410 or 4.10. Okay? Example number 4 is at what interest rate compounded quarterly will money double itself in 10 years? So we have F is 2P. So meaning i-double ang principal. Then time is 10 years, then M is 4, and then your N is multiplying M times T. So we have 4 times 10 equals 40. So the formula would be F is equal to P quantity 1 plus J to the N. So our F will be replaced with 2P equals P quantity 1 plus J to the power of N. The dividing both sides by P, so cancel din nga P, so ang P pud dire, cancel pud. So mahimo ng 2 equals 1 plus I exponent. It's not I but J. 1 plus J exponent 40. So extracting the 40th root of both sides, or 2 exponent 1 over 40. So mo nang ang ibili is 1 plus J and 2 to the exponent of 1 over 40. Then ang value sa 40th root of number 2, right, raise of 2 is equal to, ang answer ana is 1.0175 equals 1 plus J. So muna i-subtract nimo ang 1.0175 minus 1 mo 1. So muna ang answer is 1. And then converting this to percent by moving the point 2 places to the right, so we have 1.75%. So the interest rate in each conversion period is 1.75%, and the nominal rate can be computed by J is equal to I to the fourth over M. So replacing the J with 0.0175, so multiply nyo sa 4 para ang nominal rate will be equal to 0.070 or 7%. So therefore, we can say that the nominal rate that will double an amount of money compounded quarterly in 10 years is 7%. Okay. Then we have definition of terms. We have definition of terms. First one is equivalent rates. So when we say equivalent rates, that means two annual rates with different conversion periods that will earn the same maturity value for the same time or term. Okay, next is we have the nominal rate is the annual interest rate may be computed more than once a year. And then we have the effective rate. When compounded annually, will give the same compound each year with the nominal rate denoted by I to the 1. Okay, so aron na ng pulo. Then we have proceed to example number 5. What effective rate is equivalent to 10% compounded quarterly? So when we say effective rate, that will be I to the 1. So the given is equivalent rate is nominal rate is 1 to the 4th, kay quarterly man equals 0.10. And then the conversion period is 4. So that's why to get the effective rate, so we have two equivalent rates sa itong i-equal ang F1 o F2. Wherein ang F1 is P times quantity 1 plus I to the power of 1 to the power of T equals P quantity 1 plus I to the 4th over M to the power of MT. So, since there are common P, no? So, ato na i-divide o P ang both sides. So, makancel ang P, makancel po ang P. So, ang mahibilin here is 1 plus I to the power of 1 exponent T equals 1 plus I to the 4th over M to the power of MT. Then, para na po mawa ang P nilang duha, ato ning i-raise to the power of 1 over T. Because po, i-raise ko na nimo 1 over T. So, what will happen to this is, ang left side, may mananamang 1 plus I exponent 1 equals 1 plus I exponent 4 over M to the power of M. Okay. So, since sa given kay, di ba, 0.10 man to, ng atong given, sa I to the 4th, and then ang atong M kay 4 man, so atong substitute, kay ang atong pangitawan is I to the 1 power. So, simplifying this one, so manang ang answer kay 0.10 divided by 4 is 0.025 man plus 1 o na to the 4th. Then ang 1, i-transpose na to, so manang mag-negative 1 sila sa right side. So subtracting the 2, we can now have 0.103813, or let's change na to percent, we can have 10.38%. So this number of decimal places As you will see in lesson 29, that's the previous lesson. Oh, let me do this back. When solving for an equivalent rate J, it is important to make it very precise. Thus, when solving for an equivalent rate, say J is equal to kana, and it is in example 5, 6 or more decimal places will be used. So, dapat 6 or more pa. Okay, kaya nga, dili ko na maglahi-lahi atong answer. So, dapat 6 or more decimal places. Number 5. So, kani. So, atong answer, okay na, 6 or more decimal places. Aron nga kuan. Okay, for number 6, complete the table by computing for the rates equivalent to the following nominal rates. Round off your answer to 6 decimal places. Hala, go. Okay, so the first one is 12% compounded monthly, equivalent to compounded annually. And second, we have 8% compounded semi-annually is equivalent to compounded blank compounded quarterly. Then 12% compounded monthly is blank equivalent to blank compounded semi-annually. So, the maturity values accumulated by the interest rate at a time t, in particular at t equals 1, must be equal. Thus, f sub 1 is equal to f sub 2 for any t including t equals 1. So, given equal p equal t. So, compounded 12% compounded monthly gani is 12. Ang atong I to the 12 is 0.12. M is 12 po kay monthly man. Then P. Compounded annually blank M1, P2, P, and P. So, let F1 be the future value when interest is compounded annually, and F2 be the future value when interest is 12% compounded monthly. So, atong divide yung pangita ang T, divide ang T, kuha ang T. So, mo na niya nahitabo. Kami simplify ng 1.01 to the power of 12 minus mo 1. So, ang answer is 1.126825 minus 1 is equal to 0.126825. So, which is equivalent to 12.6825. So, mo na sila compounded annually. Okay, next is given equal ang P, equal with ang T. So, 8% compounded semi-annually. So, semi-annually man, so I to the power of 2. Then your M is 2. Then quarterly to the 4th. And then to the 4th po. Again, substitute ni mo the rate ang katong mga kuan, I to the 4th. Ang F1 will be the value compounded quarterly, and F2 will be compounded 8% compounded semi-annually. So we have 1 plus I to the 4th over 4, and then the rate 1 plus 0.082. Kumana na nato, divide ang duha ka P, divide both sides by P, and then P express raised to the 1 over T. So, mana na po ang answer. And then, we can now have 7.92, 16% compounded quarterly. Okay, and then given number 3, we have equal P equal T, 12% compounded monthly is blank compounded semi-annually. So 12%, then monthly mampod, then semi-annual. So again, equal na po dere. So kanang first mao ni, ang kani mao ni ang second. So manang 2. And then i-divide ang p, i-raise to the 1 over t. So we can now have 1 plus I squared over 2 the power of 2. Then sa pikas pod, 1 plus 0.12 over 12 exponent 12. So after ana, simplify na tanan using your calculator. So that's why we can arrive at 0.12304, or it changes 1 to percent by moving the point 2 places to the right. That's why we have 12.304 compounded semi-annually. Okay, we have solved problems here. That how long will a principal earn 50% of this amount at 6% compounded quarterly? Okay, so we have katong formula nga atong sa junior ang gitudlo kanina na nag-equal ang n is equal to log of f over p over log of 1 plus r over m. So we have log of 1.5p over p over log of 1 plus your r is 0.06 and morning 0.15. So we have log of 1.5, n is equal to log of 1.5 over log of 1.015. So pila man? Logarithm of 1.5 divided by logarithm of 0, 1.015. So the answer is 27.23 periods. Ano yung n? So, mali. 27.23 periods. And then, multiplied by, divide. Kaya hindi taman ta sa pixel. And divided by the number of conversion period, which is 4. So, that's why we have 6.81 years. Next is, we have Ethan must pay 15,500 to pay an obligation of 12,000 pesos at 6% compounded monthly. When should this payment be given? So we are to solve for time na pod. So we have 12,000 pesos ang principal, 15,500 for the final amount, and I is 6%. So we have 0.06. Then M is 12, kay monthly ang compounded monthly. Then ang J is 4 divided by 12, and we can have 0.0. So to find the T, maunghihapon to nga logarithm of logarithm ani over the logarithm of kani. So that's why we have logarithm of 12.917 over logarithm of 1.005. So divide the two logarithms with 51.3145 periods. So divide that of M12, so we can have 4.27, 28 years. Okay, number 3. Cheryl is planning. Cheryl is planning to invest 20,000 pesos. Then at what rate compounded semi-annually will accumulate her money to 25,000 pesos in 3 years. So, the kwarta, principal is 20,000, then final amount is 25,000, times 3 years, M or conversion period is 2, kaya semi-annually, then N would be M times T, which is 2 times 3, so we have 6 periods. So, to find the J may ipangita ang rate, so we have to substitute the P, F with 25, P with 25,000 ang F, then 20,000 ang P, then 1 plus J exponent 6. Then extracting the 6th root of both sides, or erasing on both sides with 1 over 6. So that's why you now have 1 over 1 to the power 1.25 to the power of 1 over 6 is 1.0379. Minus na mo 1. That's why we have 0.0379, and moving the point 2 places to the right. So we now have 3.79%. The nominal rate can be computed by J is equal to I to the 12 over 12 na 2 ha, so nanumbra ni I to the 2 rin ha. Okay, I to the 2 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.0379. So by cross multiplication, so I to the power of 2 is equivalent to 0.037 times 2, that would be equal to 0.0758, moving the point 2 places to the right, so that is why we have 7.58. Okay, then number 4, we have what nominal rate compounded monthly is equivalent to 12% compounded annually. So round off your answer to 6 decimal places. So 1 to the power of 1 equals 0.12, or M is 1. So we have F1 is equal to F2. So again, gikuha na po na ito ang kuan, ang P, ang T na po. So mga na si J. Then we substitute ni o 12.12. So that's why we have this is equivalent to I to the times 12. So therefore we have kaning si Jadere is equal to kaning. So times in 12, so that's why we have 0.113868, or we change the percent, we have 11.3868%. So that is why the nominal rate compounded monthly equivalent to 12% compounded annually is 11.3868%. Okay, last number, what simple interest rate is equivalent to 10% compounded semi-annually at the end of the year? So we have I squared is equal to 0.10, your M is 2, your T is 1. Simple interest and compound interest equal sila. So we have P, 1 plus RST equals T. I-divide ang P, raised to the power of T. So that's why our T is 1. So So we have 1 plus rs is equal to 1 plus I squared over 2 to the power of 2. We replace ni diri of 0.10 ang I. So, we divide, mahingo na ni 1.05 to the second power. Then, i-transpose ang 1 to the right. So, mahimo siyang negative 1. So, ang answer is, ang answer is times ni mo sa 1.05 squared is 1.1025 minus of 1. So, that's why we have 0.1025. And then converting it to percent, that is why we have 10.25%. Okay, so that's all. So, pasaylo ang gamay kung waong kahimuan ng mga video lessons. So, I do hope kung di mo ganin mo kakatanaw pa ani, ang sa bakasyon, pwede lang mo katanaw pa. Or mas nasabtan nyo more ang atong lesson. So, na-busy ra jud ko last week. Ang busy ha jud kay we have a training wherein kami ang speakers. Ako pa jud ang leader. So, na-busy jud ang inahan. Sige, thank you sa inyong pagpaminaw. Kung na mga questions regarding this one, you can PM me anytime. Kaya, harap ng tubagon anytime. Okay, thank you everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.